tripping on all of my moves. Quote me on this, got a lot more to prove. Remember I came in this bitch, fresh out the county with nothing to lose.
Let's get this started. It's your boy. It's your boy GB. Daddy's Day Out, first episode, number 1. I'm with my main man, go way back, you know what I'm saying? Like Similac. Main man B, what's good, B? How you doing?
What's good?
Chilling.
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle,
Oh,
man.
yeah, shout out to Nip, you know what I'm saying? So today's episode, we got a lot in store today, right? We're going to talk about a lot of great things, a lot of good things, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we educating the people out there, making sure that they're well aware of what's going on, what we're doing, the platform, you know what I'm saying, that was given to us. So we just doing our thing, you know, regular schmegular stuff.
Facts. We're going to go over a lot of things because I know I got a lot of things on my chest to let go.
Do you?
Yeah, this podcast thing is going to be awesome. It's our first time ever been on camera, and I hope I don't look stupid.
Nah. We looking fly right now. Look at we got the shades on, you know what I'm
decent,
saying?
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to be iced out every week trying to at least.
My boys say yo come to the pod looking fresh no matter what. Like he's stepping out, huh?
Got to.
Fresh 2-piece on.
I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up with this, man.
Chill. We don't need all that. You can't let the people know what we're really doing out here, B. You gotta chill.
Well, I mean, what we gonna start off with?
All right, we can start off with the parent stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been a dad for a while. You know what I'm saying? Low key, you taught me the game about a lot of stuff. You know, I'm new, fresh. Just jumped in the game.
Well, I mean, I just been jumping in the game myself, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, being a parent is not playing, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
There's no blueprint to that joint. You
That's
just
true.
gonna be a parent, be a father, and you just gotta take it as it goes, you know what I mean? I got 3 biologically mine, and then I got 3 stepkids that's,
Okay.
you know, I watched them grow, you know, and it's changed my life as I became a single father, you know, my kids and watching them every day and day. Trying to learn their habits and what's good for them, what's not good for them, and things of that nature.
You know one thing that was dope though? I remember when I first met you at the armory or whatever, and you told me about, you know, your kids, whatever. And there's a lot of people I met, especially being in the military at that time, that had kids, you know, 1 or 2, maybe 3 kids, whatever the case may be. But I always took mental notes. You feel me? Always took the time out to kind of like, anytime y'all was to educate me on certain things, because during that time, obviously, you know what I'm saying, I was shooting blanks. So at least I thought I was, you feel me?
What? I wish I was Jordan Blank.
Well, I wanted to come in the game a little late, you know. So I came there, you know, my homeboy said, you came to the party, but you came late though.
And hey, they give you time to like, you know, when you had kids later, they give you time to get that partying out the way and
That's true.
want to go travel on
That's
your
true.
own. And
But you know what, though?
party and stuff.
I disagree. You know why I disagree? Because I've seen people that had kids later, like for me, right? I'm 33 now, right? So I feel like I still have the advantage of traveling. You get what I'm saying? I still feel like no matter what, I'm not going to use a child or my kids as a crutch or a reason why I can't travel. I can't do the same thing as like a younger person or a person without kids. I mean, if anything, guess what? I got to do more. I got to grind more. I got to hustle more.
yeah, but still, when you go on vacation with a kid and when you go by yourself, it's like, basically you going cheaper, obviously with kids,
True.
without the kids, whatever. But you know, it's like you babysitting a little bit more, you know, and you be more alert because
True.
you know, it's so much stuff that goes on in this life when you're on vacation. You got to watch the kids, got to watch who around the kids, who's watching you, and who not watching you. And that's when it comes into our military thing is, you know, 360 awareness.
Yeah.
And always been on our P's and Q's. And,
Yeah.
and that has to be heightened when you got kids.
But it's beauty in that, though,
you know?
right? So
Yeah.
it's beauty in that. So having a kid, like, for example, you know, I picture myself for real, like, I picture myself going to, let's say, like, Belize, right? So I got my son and my daughter. You know, you ever seen the white people that be having, like, pulling the trolleys? You know what I'm saying? With their kids in the back. Low-key, I always thought that was dope, though. Everywhere I went, I see like a few African people, too. But I ain't never really see African-Americans do that, low-key. But I was like, yo, I really want to do that because I think that's important. I know for me, growing up in Jersey, I never had the opportunity to really travel a lot as a child. So I didn't really get to travel till I got older, till I joined the military. So I said, you know what, to change that stigma and to change that, you know, I guess that, you know, the generational curse of not being able to do stuff but putting somebody else in a different position, I was like, you know what, when I get older and I have kids, I'm going to do something that fly. Take my kids, throw them in a little trolley, you know, take them around the airport, show them around, and just have a good time. Because I think, you know, as a child, if you get that experience early and that exposure earlier, then it kind of, you know, brighten your horizons, make you think things differently, make you see things differently.
More diverse.
Yeah, oh, for sure. So I think at some point, you know, most parents that's out here right now, some of them may feel like, you know, well, I'm going to say it straight out. Maybe the child's like a burden. In my opinion, that child's really not a burden to you. If anything, you can just use that to kind of shape a different mentality. I mean, you know, this kid wasn't asked to be brought here, and they're here now.
Well, it's just more challenging.
Yeah.
It's just that when you're a parent, regardless of whatever goes on, the child comes first, right?
For sure.
You still gotta not forget about who you are, and still. I know a lot of single parents, because I'm a single parent now, but I know they forget about themselves. They put the kids first. They buy all the kids stuff, and they stop buying things for themselves. They start neglecting themselves. But
Talk about it.
you gotta actually take care of you.
Yeah.
So you can take care of
So
your kid.
that balance, right?
You know, so you
that
gotta have a
yin, that
balance.
yang.
Yeah, if you don't have that, then what's gonna go on? You know what I mean?
No, I feel you on that. I think if most of us took the time out to truly realize what we want out of every situation, especially as a parent, you know what I'm saying, as a father, as a mother, then we have really like kind of evaluate what circumstances we are, because, you know, unfortunately, some people can't do some of the stuff that maybe you and I are privileged to do, right?
Yeah, we're a little bit privileged,
if you
just a
can,
little
just a tad, you know what I'm saying? But that's because of the hard work and the dedication, right? So hypothetically speaking, if you can't take your kid to a Disney World, for example, right? Because I know that's a big thing amongst a lot of parents. Okay, you can't take them to Disney World, but why you can't take them to North Carolina Zoo?
Or Carowinds.
You feel me?
Carowinds,
Why is that?
you know.
Why you can't take them to Carowinds? Shit. Why you can't take them to one of the local little, you know, fairs that's coming when you walk in? Tickets $1, $2. What's wrong?
I don't
with
know,
that?
man. Them fairs, man. It kind of pissed me off, man.
Why?
The dude, he was like, man, just $20 more and you could do this, man. Them dudes some hustlers, bro.
Well, you
in
know,
that
they
fair,
big
bro.
hustlers. They
I
big
was
hustlers.
like, man, he done got me for about $50 that quick. I'm like,
you been in there,
God.
what, 25 minutes?
Not even 20. He got me $50 in 5 minutes, bro. He was like, you know, shoot another one, shoot another
Oh,
one.
you was playing
shoot
the
another
basketball
one.
game.
And
But-
then you know they got the bent the
Oh,
goal's
yeah, the
kind of
rims
bent.
bent. Yo, I
like you
saw-
gotta shoot it perfectly. Like
No, I saw
come
on
on,
YouTube,
bro.
bro. It's like white people go up there, they figure out how to like master those type of games, right? The little carnival games.
And they kicking them out
Bruh,
immediately.
it's like-
when you start with it, you gotta go. You got to go. They got them on camera. I seen one dude. He was pushing little buttons and he was getting all the free prizes.
My
man,
man figured out the recipe
Manager
quick.
came right up to him like, "Excuse me, sir. Can you exit the vicinity?" And you don't take none of the prizes too.
Oh, for real?
They took the prizes. They
Dang.
kicked them out of there.
That's corny, man. Just because they figure out a loophole. I mean, it's America. We always gonna figure out loopholes to everything.
guess.
So let's stop with
Like
the
the
nonsense.
Army motto, you know, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
hey, since you mentioned the Army motto, let's go talk about a little Army life. You know, let the people know how many years you served. You know what I'm saying? What you did in the Army, all that great stuff.
All right, so I served 15 years.
Damn.
And then
Dang. let's shout out to my boy. Real quick. 15 big ones, you heard?
yeah, I served 15.
It's a long
and,
time, G.
I was
Oh,
a
what you got?
reservist, so I'm basically
No, you was a
know.
nasty girl. National Guard. Let's call it what it is.
Okay.
Let's
Active
call it
duty
what-
guys. Okay.
Let's call it
okay.
what it is.
It's-
I was a
it's not-
nasty girl for a short period too. I
It's
get
not,
it.
but you know what? Active duty, as they control your whole life, but
They do.
you know when you become a reservist, it's like you don't really have a life either because you like part civilian
Mm-hmm.
and then you're part military, and they want you to hold both standards, and then you know you got it's a difference when you got a soldier and he's homeless
No, that's a fact.
and he can't pay his bills.
Exactly.
But he
still-
has to be here
Exactly,
and
on
do
the
this
weekend.
weekend, and he could have been working
That's
this
a
weekend
fact.
to make more money to provide for his family. But
But
that's so different.
see, I gotta disagree again. It's a sacrifice, G.
It
You
is,
the one
it
raise
is.
your right hand, you feel me, to join the National Guard, knowing that you was gonna only have a weekend and you're gonna get paid for that weekend,
Man,
regardless,
the
right?
recruiters got us.
I mean, did the recruiters get you, or did you not read the contract?
You know,
You didn't read the contract. Let's be real.
Let's be real.
You
And
didn't
Maps-
read your cable bill contract.
And Maps, did you really read? The
Hell no, I ain't read it. But look, no, that's a fact.
You
I didn't
never
read
really
it.
read
But
the contract.
I
You
went
just
active
signed
duty
on that
first, though.
line.
I knew without a doubt I was gonna get what a full paycheck first and 15. You feel me? No matter what.
That's
I
not
was,
a nasty girl.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went
You
active
get- you
duty
get one
first.
check.
Yeah,
You get one
so
check a month,
If you
baby.
asking me to feel some sympathy for some motherfucker that go to National Guard or reservist, and then now all of a sudden his Monday through Friday he decided to be no
Well,
offense,
you
you
know-
know, security guard making $8 an hour. Hey.
I didn't go.
It's not my problem.
I didn't go because I wanted
No
to be
offense.
a soldier, a full-time soldier.
True.
I wanted to go for college.
True.
You know?
And what you did, what you
I did
accomplished.
go. I went to college, but my party days was not over. So college lasted a little longer than I intended it to.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
That's true. You know what I will agree on though, even though like I'm being funny, but I'm also being serious at the same time though. At some point, like I guess you could kind of say there should be some type of programs for people that is in the National Guard or that is in the Army Reserve or any branch that's reserving National Guard to where as though, okay, if you can't find a full-time job, especially if you have a family, you know what I'm saying? The military should kind of help. I'm not saying they should pay, your rent or anything like that, but there should be some type of program that we have at the Armory that soldiers could come to say, hey, I'm working at this job. It's really not paying me enough. I'm trying to find a better job, better skill set to provide for my family. Can you guys help me out? Can you put me on, we got active duties orders, AGR orders, stuff like that. But sometimes that's not enough and it don't last, a long time.
Yeah, they actually do got programs like that, for real.
Shit, I
They
ain't know about it.
got. You just
I was
gotta
struggling in
search.
National
You
Guard.
gotta do resources.
So why you tell me
research
the whole time? You saw me.
You know what I'm
You met
saying?
me when I was struggling.
Yeah,
How you meet me when I was struggling? You didn't help a brother out.
Yeah, but I was struggling too.
Okay, it's two struggle
So
motherfuckers.
the struggle was real.
The struggle was definitely
You know
real.
what I'm saying? And I was in college,
True,
full
true,
time. But
True. I was
going
part-time.
back to my little ordeal. So I was in the military for 15 years. I retired medically, and
What's your MOS?
my MOS was 13 Bravo.
What's
I
that
was
for
a
the
cannon
people
crew,
that don't know?
A
'Cause
cannon
if we say
crewman.
too many acronyms, people ain't gonna understand what the hell we talking about. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
it's-
Don't nobody know what we talk about. So let them know what you know what I mean?
What they call it, cannon crewman. We did in
Okay.
field artillery.
Okay.
We did with Hausers.
What's a Hauser? What's that? I don't even know what that is.
It's it's basically, in lamest terms, it's like a tank, basically.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
we shot 155 rounds. 100
Oh, it's like
pounds,
Blind
you
of
know.
the Fury type joint, right? You ever see that?
The movie?
movie, yeah.
The,
That's
the
what
World
it
War, was it a World War I movie?
Yep, yep,
Where they
yep.
said, that big tank that shot out them rock. Yeah, that's what I did, basically.
Did you
We
do that
said-
for real?
Huh?
You did that for real?
Yeah, I used to shoot all the time.
When I was at Dre, I ain't never see y'all do that.
Man, we shot all the
You know
time.
why? I was
'cause
in
you
AC. Hey.
Yeah, this guy's
Shout out to me.
supply guy. You know what I'm saying? So he said, in the back, and I was a little jealous because he had a little sleeping spot.
It was hot as hell
I
outside.
had to have what I did was put my little tent on the side of the tank and sleep under there when we did have to go to the field or whatnot. But yeah, other than that, field artillery, 13 Bravo.
Okay.
I did that for a little while.
Would you
and
say,
when I went to
choosing that MOS, would you say that, like, let's say you meet a young 18, 19-year-old that want to join the Army, but he want to join, let's say, National Guard. He don't want to really go active duty. Would you tell him to pick that job?
It depends. Well, no.
Why not?
Because I didn't realize this until after I had got the MOS and got the job and all that. When I came back home, right? So I went to basic and AIT.
Okay.
I come back home, I got no job. You know what I'm saying? I can't find a job because who gonna hire me to be?
So you're telling me your skills
candidate?
wasn't transferable into the real world?
It wasn't transferable at all. You couldn't even get a security job.
Damn.
Most of the jobs that they said that was available for 13 Bravos was in Alaska. They were trying to make the little
Oh, you're talking about like civilian contracting jobs, right?
So
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not moving to Alaska. I'm from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move to Alaska.
So you were scared, basically, in essence.
What?
You were scared.
No, I was
scared of the
But
cold.
you know what? I was only 18, 19 years old. So at the time, I just went ahead and went to college like I planned. I only picked the MOS because it
was a bonus,
It was a
right?
bonus. It was $20,000.
Well,
She was
that's
like,
a-
I walked into the DMV. She was like, "You want $20,000?" I was like, me? Yes, I do want the $20,000.
And that's a prime that's a prime example of you shouldn't chase money. You should chase opportunity.
You should chase
right there.
opportunity.
Fuck the money.
And I would advise people now to go for what you want to do in life.
Well, go for something
Research.
that's going to be more exactly research.
Yeah,
go for
research.
something that's going to be more productive, right?
Yeah.
Because had you chose like let's say finance or human resource, upon you getting out, even coming back right into the civilian world, you would have had a better opportunity or better chances
Yeah.
to get a more, let's say, probably not the highest paying job, but at least something that you can, afford on your own. You could build upon it. You going to school, you going to college, right? It'll probably pay majority of your bills, especially that time in Charlotte, because rent was low.
And also, when you saying earlier, you were saying something about how AGR jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Most of the AGR jobs in the National Guard are those type of MOSs.
Agreed.
42
Oh, yeah, you're
Alpha,
right. You're right.
you
As
know,
well as all the support
all the
MOSs.
supports and all that
Support
stuff.
MOSs, for the people that don't know, support MOSs is like your human resource job, your logistics job, supply chain, fuelers. Well, AGR is a little different, but basically it's like the jobs that's like he's combat arms, right? I'm logistics, so I'm the one that's supplying him all the material. So you need those type of stuff. And I think it would probably behoove any young person that wants to join the military to research, number one, right, for sure, and know exactly what you want to do. If you want to go active duty, if you want to go, reserve or part-time, whatever the case. I believe both paths can be extremely successful. It's just depending on what you're going to do with it,
I'm more advised people to go active if you're going to join the military.
I agree.
If you're going to do it when you're young.
I agree. One thing we agree on.
You know what I'm saying? If you're young, you do it active. And if you're a little older and you just want to get your college paid off, you want to get the student loans off you, I would say reserve.
But you know what I've heard a lot of people that join, right? Then you could pay a college loan. The recruiters will get you sometimes. You feel me? And then especially like if you join National Guard Reserve and they told you, oh yeah, we're gonna pay off your bachelor's degree. You fuck around getting the fucking Army. Next thing you know, god damn, you in there 3-4 years, you gonna talk to a career counselor. He like, nah, G, you gotta do 6 more plus this extra shit. And you like, well, hold on. The recruiter ain't tell me that.
That was not in the contract.
Nigga,
but,
you didn't read it.
But you didn't read it.
Exactly.
You didn't read it at all.
Most of us ain't reading the shit. So it's just one of those things, whoever wants to join to do their research. Shit.
What about you, my boy?
Well, I did 8 years total. You already know.
Active duty.
Hey, shout out to active. You know what I'm saying? I think I chose a smarter path.
I mean, they kept your whole life for 8 years.
They did, but
It's like
I got, you're right. I got a VA home loan. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the VA home loan.
Okay. And the National Guards, you can still get that
Yeah,
too.
but you gotta do more years though. And to get the GI Bill, I got mine right after doing 4 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you did.
So get a little extra perks, you know what I'm saying? And the biggest perk of all, you get to stay in the barracks. If you single, you ain't got no kids, stay in the barracks. You can save a lot of freaking money.
Yeah.
I had more money as a private and a specialist than most of my damn NCOs. You know why? They was old as hell, E7s and shit, got 4 or 5 kids, 3 baby mothers and shit. It's hard to live off that shit.
Hey, they fell victim to the local girl.
Oh, yeah, them
you
Queen
know
girl.
what I'm saying? Hey, it's the 1st and 15th.
Ooh,
I know, I'll get me one. I walked to the mall one time.
They driving in a
15.
caddy though. Bogus as hell. So, I got 8 years in the game, right? So, boom, I did 5.5 active. Then I did the last 2.5 National Guard. I would definitely say active duty shaped a lot of different things for me. And I'll be open and honest. I feel like, I got out prematurely because I ETS from Korea. If I would have never ETS from Korea, I probably, because at that time I had about, I don't know, like 10,000 save up or something like that. I didn't have no debt, nothing like that. I had a car note that I was paying off. But I truly wish that I would have left with a bachelor's degree, number one. I wish I'd have left with more money saved up and just a better plan. Had I planned accordingly, I'm pretty sure I would have got to where I'm at even now, but I would have probably got there quicker. That's the only thing. So,
well, I disagree because God makes no mistakes.
That's true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact.
You are who you are, and you are where you at because of the trials and tribulations you had to go through.
The trials, and let me tell you, boy, I'll never forget when I got out active duty. And I moved back to Texas, to Killeen, and I chose to do the National. Well, number one, that's why I fucked up at. I should have chose the Army Reserve. If I knew the fucking difference between the Army Reserve and the National Guard, because National Guard, you can only choose, like if you want a state job full time, you can only choose in that state. So when I got back to Killeen and I'm looking for a state job, I didn't realize that I couldn't apply anywhere else. They're like, nah, you can only choose within Texas. So I was like, fuck. So I'm trying to apply for it was like a logistics job in like Kent, Mayberry, and Austin, Texas. But at first I couldn't get it. So I'm with all these other people. I'm a Sergeant E5, still kind of young. I'm like 25, 26 years old, whatever the case may be. But I'm having a tough time trying to like land a decent paying job. I'm doing security in a mall for $10 an hour. Shout out to Waco Mall too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? They held me down, held a brother down. Cause I was going to school. I'm doing security. I'm getting, I think VA, like, I don't know, it was something like that. But I had enough money to kind of like coast through. You know what I'm saying?
Most people that was in the military and they go to school, they chill on the GI Bill.
Oh yeah, the GI Bill saved
Bill
me.
was
That, oh boy, that saved me.
The National Guard, they changed it up, but we used to be able to do the VA, the state, and federal. You used to they pay everything, then you get the financial aid.
Is it still
They
like
pay 'em.
that, you think?
Nah, they kind
Yeah,
of
they
slave.
probably-
What
Well,
happened
still
was
because it's state funded, right? So
yeah, they won't allow you to do. They don't allow you to get both of them together like the VA
Oh, damn.
and stuff like. It's not now. It's 9/11.
Oh, for real?
Bill 9/11, and you only get like 30% when you first get in, and then after deployment
oh,
is
yeah,
60%.
okay.
And then after each year that you deploy,
you get
see,
a percentage.
what I did was I deployed so many times, and that's why I kind of like
That's
skated
why you
through a little bit.
Well, I don't know. You know why I feel like, and the watchers may hate me for this, but when you say deploy, where you went?
Okay, so
Everybody talk about they deployed somewhere. Where you went, nigga?
where I went, and I went to Iraq back then.
I ain't talking about Iraq. What's some other one?
Oh, I went back to Iraq. I
where
went
was
back to Iraq. I went to Kuwait. We were
Okay.
driving trucks back and forth.
What down? BBC or?
I started at Arab John,
Okay.
and we would drive the 18-wheelers up there to pick up all the equipment. We was
Up
like
and
the
down
last,
Tampa, probably.
Yeah, it was like the last vehicle. Our convoy was the last
Which I was
vehicle.
in Humvee? No,
no,
It
we was
should have
in-
been Caymans, RG-33s.
no,
right?
no. We was actually in 18-wheeler trucks. I'm
Oh, get the fuck
ahead.
out. Oh, for real?
And the
Okay.
mugs only go 45 miles per hour,
Oh,
too.
damn. See, this the part of the segment right here. Only military people gonna know. So
Okay.
if you ain't
It's
military, you better-
18-wheelers.
No, let them Google that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck now. Let them niggas Google that. You feel me?
But,
We shouting out the military people right now. They know what's up.
But my last one was Bahrain.
Okay.
That's when it was
Man,
like
nigga, that's
but
like a
it was
vacation.
It
That's
was
a big
vacation. It was vacation.
Seeing the beaches.
I love the vacation.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be
You
mad at me
you
for
probably-
getting free. Would you tear down free money if somebody said, "Hey,
Hell
you
no.
want a check right here?"
You had
gonna
shorts
like,
on the whole deployment, didn't you?
Huh?
You had shorts on, chicletta. You probably had them fucking sandals with your tongue, like your toes out and shit.
See, I wasn't the greatest soldier, so I got in trouble before we.
I believe that.
You know what I'm
bullshit.
saying? I stayed in some. I was always that guy that's like, I want my money.
You want your,
That's all I care about. I didn't care
well,
about
you care about your money,
anything
then you
else.
wouldn't have got in trouble so much. 'Cause
And,
you know the
and I
easiest
was a
way to-
drinker.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
was a
true,
drinker.
true. The alcohol is a beast.
The alcohol was the alcohol. I don't know too many veterans that wasn't drinkers,
You
but
ain't know. I don't think there is a veteran that's not a drinker. Shit.
it's like I remember when we used to party. It's like you go into a room and it's alcohol everywhere.
That's true. That's a fact for sure. That's what's so crazy. When I joined, because I joined in 19. Of course, when you child, like I think we was drinking like Irk and Jerk, you know what I'm saying, and Paul Masson, especially when you from the hood.
That's
you know
that
what I mean?
cheap. You
That's
gotta
the
get that cheap, right?
You feel me? Go with that shit, especially in Jersey. Like our liquor store staying open till like 2, 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? If you knew the back spot shit, that's 24 hours. So I could walk in there at 16 years old. I'm be real, y'all. I'm glad I'm a little smarter than I ever been. Because I couldn't tell you the difference between a pint and a liter. All I said, let me get that $10 bottle. Let me get that one right there, yo. Now that I'm older, I know that, but all jokes aside, there's grown-ass people that can't tell you the difference between a damn pint and a fucking liter. I watch them go on ABC all the fucking time, and they be pointing. I'm like, gee, just say if you want the pint or the fucking liter.
Just give me the $10
Nah,
bottle.
they
I'm still
touching
like
them pockets. They fuck around, pick the liter, and they be like, oh, that's 65. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. Give me that one.
I mean, if you was a Douce drinker like I was a Henny, yeah, you paying.
Yeah, you paying a little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I
But
mean,
that Irk and Jerk,
Boy.
you remember? I remember the 211.
see, I ain't drink those. I ain't drink
What was
I did drink Four Locos though.
Four Locos? Yeah.
Yeah, them Four Locos used to
Man,
be
yeah.
boy.
What? I didn't like the hangovers. I did not like the hangovers.
What's worse, the
Malt
hangover
liquor.
or the pain over? I'll take either. Or I'll take the hangover every day.
I mean,
Back then, when
Back
because you gotta
then.
think about it, we was drinking. See, you wasn't active duty, so you don't remember these times. But when I was active duty, me and the boys, we'll go get drunk on a Thursday night, wake up Friday morning at 6 a.m. and go run 4 or 5 miles. You feel me? Easy.
I was getting
Calling
drunk
cadence.
and skipping class the next day.
All right, so yeah.
I got drunk tonight. I'm gonna wake up and drink another Bud Light to try to cope this hangover.
They say, right? I read a study that specifically says that if you drink a beer in the morning after,
Yeah.
it cures the hangover.
It does.
I don't know if that's
I did it all the
correct
time.
or that's some bullshit.
that was my routine. It was like I got really drunk last night.
I don't know. I
and,
think that's a placebo effect, my nigga. Like,
I woke
I think
up.
mentally we thinking that, but it's really not real though.
I
You feel me?
think I went weeks sometimes without stop drinking.
No, I believe that for sure.
Like, that was-
Sure.
I guess that was
This
the
ain't no
hard one.
damn drinking podcast, FYI.
Yeah, we actually I am a recovering. So
That's right. Talk. How long you been sober, my
I've
G?
been
Let the
sober
people know.
for almost 6 years.
Yeah. See,
So
congrats to you. Yeah. Look at my boy.
Just to let you know.
Let them know the benefits though of not drinking.
Well, the benefits is that I don't never have to worry about DWI.
You ain't never lie about that.
I mean, it's just the body changes.
Yeah, true.
You know, when you start quitting things, or you were so used to having this done every day, it changes your whole vibe,
True.
the whole how people perceive you.
You think
things of
that
nature.
also help you with mental capacity too? Like once you stop drinking, because obviously, you know, physically, right, you change, right?
Yeah.
But your mental too as well. You think you're more alert, more aware, just more conscious of certain things?
Yeah. It helps my day-to-day life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We'll go to the next task.
Yeah,
Unless you want to talk about some
we can-
more of it.
Let's talk about day-to-day life. That's a good one.
Yeah, day-to-day life, it helps me. I know for me, it took time.
Okay.
Over patience. Well, I just quit, actually. I drank one day, and the next day I said I'm quitting, and I haven't drank since then.
Gotcha.
So, but it helped me day-to-day, and with the kids, and I don't have to have no hangover. I don't have to worry about, you know, I just don't feel like getting up.
Getting up
You
in
know
the
what I'm
morning,
saying?
yeah. That's one thing I noticed too. Once I slowed down drinking, because I still drink, right, occasionally now. But when I slowed down, I kind of realized like I had more energy. I realized that I was way more productive, and I'm the type of person I try to have my hands in all the cookie jars. So I'm gonna get up super early, and I'm gonna do, because one thing my grandmother always told me: if your ass could go out that night and party and do that bullshit, you better get your ass up in the morning and go to work. So shout out to my grandmother for instilling that into me.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
Gotta have a shout
it's
out.
cool because she instilled that kind of motivated me to, no matter what I did that night prior, I'm gonna make sure I get up and, you know, conquer the day with a clear, positive. You know, I may not feel the best, I ain't gonna lie, but
Hey,
but I'm definitely.
let's take a 5. You want to take a 5?
Let's take a 5. All right, we'll be right back.
All right.
So on my day-to-day life, I definitely would say, let's start with a quick Monday. I get up, wash my ass, you know what I'm saying, brush my teeth, make sure my little boy is good, you know what I'm saying. And I really start getting like focused mentally. I do jot down a lot of things. I used to write down everything, but now more so, you know, I kind of glance at my phone, notes I took the day prior. So the biggest thing for me on a day-to-day is making sure that whatever I set out for that day needs to get accomplished. And I had to learn this because sometimes I could be kind of sort of a control freak. If I can't accomplish what I set out, what I would do, I will put it on a back burner, because it's like order of precedence, right? What's going to matter the most for that day and what's going to be the most important for me. So that's how I kind of like get my day. So for example, my son, my daughter, you know what I'm saying, things I need to accomplish for my business, and just anything that's going to benefit me in a more positive way, in a more helpful way. Because I could say, shit, we only got 7 days, you know what I'm saying, out the week. And I had to learn this the hard way. You can't accomplish everything. You know what I mean? That's just part of the game. And I think a lot of times a lot of people get confused and get upset. You know, I like to call it, a lot of us live in la la land. And we think that we can, we think we could jump, you know, over the curve, when sometimes we kind of got to stay on the curve until we're ready for to really get there. So for my day-to-day, it's just real simple, bro. Just, you know, making sure I can accomplish what needs to be accomplished.
I
Staying
definitely
focused.
understand, because I just got into that writing down things every day. I got I bought an app, you know, and I got
Yeah, you
like
bought
a
that?
What?
Oh, you got money?
No, not
Boy,
bought
got
the app,
money?
but you know, I paid for the app.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
like $3.99 or
Yeah,
something?
it was like $3
Okay.
A month for like a whole entire year. So I
Oh,
paid
that's
for like
not
$40.
bad. That's dope.
And it gave me a little list. I created a list
Okay.
for each day. I just go down the list and I just push it and complete it, whatever.
Completed. Oh,
You
yeah,
know
you
what I'm
did
saying?
tell me that the other
So
day.
it's like
That's,
it,
yeah.
It helps me. My goal is to improve 1% a day. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Everybody.
You doing is jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right?
I was going to get to that.
Yeah. But that's a part of your day-to-day life, though, right?
Well-
That's encompass who you are day-to-day. Well, now you incorporated that.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. We need to learn to incorporate new things in our lives that's going to push us towards whatever we're trying to achieve. Like, you know, whatever greatness, whatever level of greatness that we're trying to achieve, incorporate in positive new things that's going to challenge you. That's, you know, what I've learned, anything that makes you uncomfortable usually pushes you towards greatness. But
Yeah.
the caveat to that is you understanding that it can do one or two things. It could push you down a negative spiral in a negative way, and you go down a really bad path, or you can fuel like anything that negatively happened to you. Like I was telling you the other day on the
Yeah.
phone, like I've learned to use every situation, even if it's negative, even if something bad, even if I made the mistake, I allow myself to use that as fuel, right, to push me towards better, to push me towards greatness. The only way any of us could get anything positive if we think positive, therefore you act positive, therefore you ready to receive positivity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even in a negative situation.
Yeah.
I've been reading laws of attraction and stuff like that. Thinking positive. As a man, think of, you know what I'm saying? You think positive every day and positive things will happen. So I also wanted to shout out to my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school. He said he's going to be on the podcast, so he's going to be on one of the podcasts.
Oh yeah,
in
we
the
gotta
next
get
couple
that man
weeks.
up here for sure. For sure. That's gonna be cool. Let's give a shout out to that man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make sure that when that man come up here, we're gonna ask him a lot of good questions because
Yeah.
I think like I've done judo and in the army I was level 3 combatives, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I ain't gonna lie, that's probably why I got in some altercations with a couple security guards. You know what I mean?
Don't want to go down them memory zone, but
yeah,
hey, we're going to get there.
We
and,
definitely gonna touch that a couple times.
but yeah, he's also a retired Marine, so
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
He gonna
That's
come on and explain what his journey was and
Okay.
his business, and also I mean, adding things to my agenda every day makes it a little bit more hectic, but
Yeah.
it makes things a little bit more smoother, and
True.
it's like you building a habit.
Exactly.
And
Good
it
habits. Positive
takes 30
habits.
days to build a
Exactly.
great habit
Either-
to keep it. You know what I
It
mean?
could be a bad one. It could be a good one. Let's choose to do or add good ones versus
Yeah.
the bad ones. Because sooner or later, what happens is the good ones will outweigh the bad ones, right? So it's like that seesaw effect. To whereas though you got so many great things. That's why I tell people every single day you're going through something, right? Every single day, and you may hit that that brick wall, and you're like, damn, man, I can't make it out of this right now, or I can't, I can't see how tomorrow's gonna be. If you stop worrying about what already happened and focus on what's currently going on, you will project yourself in a better mental state to be prepared for what's really about to come. Because I promise you, if you stay focused, if you stay on your goal, you're gonna achieve it. The best thing, my best advice to people is consistency, bro.
Yeah, because a lot of people not consistent
Yeah.
on what they do
Yeah,
every
they
day
think they
because
are.
it get doing the same thing over and over repetitively.
It's mundane.
Actually gets boring,
Mhm.
and you get dried up in life.
Yep.
You want to give up. You don't want to do things. I mean, when I started back weightlifting every day, my day-to-day life. So
Mm-hmm.
when I started back weightlifting, I seen people come into the gym
Yeah.
and have that momentum for like a month, and then after that month is up, they gone.
They give up,
they
right?
don't come back. It's because it's really tough. It's really
is.
tough to go and do something physically with your body day to day,
That's
or
true.
keep a routine day to day because you get bored. So consistency is a key
Mm-hmm.
to success, and that's why I got the app,
Okay.
so I could be consistent every day
Yeah.
of what I do. And it when I build something new onto the app, or if I want to add something, it'll put it on a schedule. So I
that's
have to
dope.
look.
So it's like a timestamp. So like, okay, on Monday at 4 p.m. you could do da da da. Or are you supposed to do?
It's not a time per se because it just give you all day to do the
Oh, so
task.
you just check out
It
the
just
task.
you just checking the list. So
Ah.
it's like all week.
Okay.
So if you say, hey, I want to clean my car Saturdays,
Okay.
you'll add it, and they'll put it on your calendar for Saturday.
Saturday.
Each Saturday from that point on.
Yeah.
So each day
That's
you
dope.
just wake up, you look at the list, say, okay, I gotta do this, and the third.
Uh-huh.
And as you complete the task, you just push the button.
So you would definitely say that's it's making your day-to-day life way more productive.
Yeah, and my room is a lot cleaner because it makes me sweep, mop,
Nice.
clean the windows and stuff like that.
But you see,
every
the
day.
things that you're mentioning, right, are so minute, right?
Yeah.
To most people, they were like, well, that's day to day. Oh, that's regular stuff. That's little stuff. It's really not little stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's those small things that we should be doing to project ourselves, to put ourselves on a different level. So whereas though those harder things or those more difficult things or the bigger things become easier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can't even do the small shit, then how the hell you think you're gonna be able to do, you know what I mean, conquer the big shit?
Well,
it's impossible, really.
What they say, how you run a marathon, you take one foot, one step at a time.
Exactly.
That's
So
all.
but that's a part of the day to day, right? Like I know for me, besides me just writing stuff down and really like having the mentality of, I'm gonna accomplish this today, it's also preparing too, I think the day prior to.
Yeah.
I've learned that as a valuable lesson, right? Making sure if on like, or sometimes a week prior, I would like to say I'm not a procrastinator. You know how I am. Like when I'm ready to do something, I'm like, yo, let's get this rocking.
Hey, y'all see I'm here because he was like, let's do podcasts. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah, man, people
let's do
gotta
it this
hear
weekend.
Exactly.
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we ain't playing no game.
I'm moving, sir. I'm moving.
Exactly.
You know?
But see, that's a part of who we should be. You know what I mean? That's a part of the things that we should hold in our nearest and, in our hearts to where as though, because you think about it, I know two people right now that I'm talking to, and I'm kind of giving them like good advice on certain things. And one of them, he's a good dude, whatever, but I had to kind of keep it real and like, gee, you lack consistency. You're telling me all these things, like you're telling me like how you want to achieve this, and like basically wants a food truck. But my man, you got to, it's preparation, steps to that, right? You didn't even start the LLC. You didn't start the business yet. You didn't do an EIN. You didn't do any of those things. So I hear what you're saying, but you have to do
actions.
Exactly. The actions ain't really matching the words because you lack ultimately consistency. So I explained to him, if you really want to get to where you're trying to get, you have to put yourself in such a mentality that, every single day. And I'm gonna share that app with him. Because that may help them out. Because I think sometimes most of us are like visual learners, especially because we tied to the damn phone all fucking day.
Yeah.
So I think if he probably see it or if he get an alert, a notification, something like that, I think that would probably push him. Because me talking to him here and there is obviously not helping. Because shit, it's been 6 fucking months.
I ain't seen motivated speakers say, you want to be successful. Mm-hmm. You want to be more successful than you want to breathe. You know what I'm saying? If I say, hey, jump in this pool and don't come back up until you're successful, you will stay in that pool and drown down there if I don't come in and save you.
That's a
you know
fact.
what I'm saying? You want to be successful that bad. Mm-hmm. And success comes with a price.
That's true.
Because even when you're successful, you're gonna get haters, or the people that surround you are no longer gonna be around you because you are doing something that they're not doing. Or you stop doing what you was doing.
Well, that goes back was like about a month ago. Remember when I was telling you about a certain individual?
Yeah.
And you was like, gee, basically what's happening is that, when he's speaking to you, he's trying to like level up to your level, right? Not that I believe, and you already know that I believe I'm better than anybody because I never feel like that. But the truth of the matter that we all make different decisions. Some of us make better choices and some of us don't, right?
A little cocky.
Well, no,
That
see.
cocky, with confidence.
Yeah. Look, confidence and cocky, right?
Yeah.
Them shits live on the same street, but they don't intersect, my nigga. So stop with the bullshit. That's some bullshit. Look, I could get all motherfuckers' ass about that shit. Because what happens, a lot of people try to like, because I'm confident, you cocky. How?
Yeah.
Because you're not in my position? Well, I'm not mad at you because you're in your position. You looking at me. Don't look at me, look at yourself.
Well, God put us all in different positions.
Yeah, but God gave us all the same opportunity though.
Yeah.
So at the same time, right? Why are you upset at me? Because I got a car. Whoopity fucking do. I got a business. Who gives a fuck?
All I look at it is like, it's just your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people don't become millionaires until they about 50, 60 years old.
Exactly.
Some people become a millionaire when they 22, 23. I believe I'm going to be a millionaire in the next couple of years.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We down off the pie, you know what I'm saying?
This podcast going to be
we take any sponsors too, you know what I'm saying?
Any sponsor.
Long as you good people, you know what I'm saying? Got a good business plan.
But
got a good model.
What about your business though?
Oh yeah, shout out to the business, Arctic Roll Ice Cream Bubble Tea.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sell the best roll ice cream, you know what I'm saying, in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and the best bubble tea.
Come check my boy out.
Yeah, come check us out. Open 7 days a week, right? 12 to 7, Monday through Friday. Well, 12 to 8, sorry, my bad. And then on Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 9, I just extended the hours yesterday.
I'm his friend, and he still got me working the front door.
My man came to the front door. What was that, 2 weeks ago you came to the front door?
Yeah,
when I had my,
do the Google review.
When I gave the 50 free small ice creams away?
Yeah, it was a event.
That's how
we have an event.
That's how you know you're a real one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to my boy B, man. Shout out to my boy. Because a lot of y'all niggas did not come through. Let's talk about it. For all y'all that didn't come through, I got a big thank you. And not the way you want it.
I mean, people got their own agendas.
Nah, that's true. That's true. I'm going to be real. I'll be honest. It made me feel some type of way, right? For the ones that, sit on social media or call themselves my homeboy, whatever the case may be. you know what I mean, that didn't come through. And that's cool, right? I get it. We all got different things we got to do. Some of these guys got kids, got family, stuff like that. And I'm not upset about that. What I'm upset about, that if I would have called your ass and said, yo, I got a table at Imperial or at one of those clubs uptown, your ass would have been there.
Yeah, you know.
Let's talk about it.
People like pleasure.
Let's talk about it.
People
exactly.
like love pleasure.
Well, people want to take advantage of you. They want to take advantage of your resources. They want to take advantage of your kindness. So at the end of the day, yeah, I did feel some type of way, but I said, you know what, let me take a step back, right? Because this is where me start realizing like who people exactly are. My mom told me, you have to understand who people are and just believe them. You feel me? And then I can still be cool with you. I just know why I stand with you now, right?
Yeah.
If you don't want to support my business, that's cool. I'm not mad at it no more. I used to. But anymore, no, I'm good. Because now I know who you are. You done showed me. You ain't got to show me what so many times for me to believe it now.
But we still can be cool.
Yeah, we still be cool. We still can rock. You gonna have to buy the table, or we go have. You know what I mean? It is
I
what
ain't
it
buying
is.
no table.
You ain't
I'm
not.
sitting
Bro,
outside.
I want to be with the regular folk.
I'm in general
I'm in general
population,
admissions. You
you know?
feel me, right? Look, next week we'll be at 50 Cent. General admission, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
And you gonna see me sipping on my water.
You ain't never lied.
Like I go to the club, right? I go get me a cup of water and put like a little lemon on it. It look like some vodka or some shit, you know.
Shake that up a little bit.
So I'm just a regular guy.
But yeah, like I know. What business do you want to start? Well, tell the people I know what you want to start, but you gotta let
I'm
the people
actually
know.
starting my business. It's gonna be a cybersecurity company.
That's right.
We're gonna be consulting, so I'm trying to get to small businesses, you know, that can't afford the big companies to
Like
protect
me,
their data and
I can't
information.
afford a big company, so you
You
know,
know,
you
you
gotta
got-
give me a discount though, right? Military.
Yeah, you my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Alright,
I got you.
cool.
But
I,
also,
I ain't gonna really ask you for too much. Though.
Also, I'm trying to do databases for companies too.
Oh, that's
you know,
gonna
if
be
you
fly.
want to
That's gonna be
also
fly.
open your database, you want to put your data on some kind of database, and I'll maintain the database for you. We'll make automations so where you can put your information onto the database.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
and stuff like that.
That's
so,
gonna be real cool.
And
That's
that's
gonna be real cool.
that's just me.
But you know, I'll be
starting
right
off
to
on
help you.
the
I'm gonna be
beginning.
pushing it out. You
Yeah.
already know. We might have the old school door to door. You know what I'm saying, with flyers. You feel me?
I remember that gives me flashbacks to a job interview I went to one time, and this guy was like, "Oh, you want to work?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Come back the next day." I come back. We went down to Rock Hill.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Rock Hill. He took me way.
So you was doing
on
door to
top.
door.
Man, he talking about, okay, we're gonna sell. He had the little flyers, and then he would walk to the place. He was like, "Hey, the first 50 people with this card, go down there, and we're gonna give you a free tire rotation."
that's-
and
hey,
goodwill. I mean, my feet was hurting.
Hey.
I was in a suit, my
Your
boy.
feet was hurting, but them pockets was looking lovely.
I didn't get a dime
Oh,
from
well,
that.
he got you then.
Yeah,
You
he
Ponzi
definitely
schemed
got-
your ass.
yeah.
You got a Ponzi scheme, G.
What happened was I told him I was ready to go, and he told me to go sit in the car.
And he dipped.
And no, I mean I just chilled until he was ready to go, and then we left.
Damn, you must have been young when that bullshit happened.
Yeah,
Damn.
I was just getting back from basket day. I told you that job was no job. It was the college.
But you know what,
college
though?
still struggle.
I think those jobs are very important though, like the sales jobs.
Yeah,
Because
they are.
at the end of the day, like you don't have a cap, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's really uncapped. So if you based on if your money's based off commission, if you really grind and you really stick to the plan, because you gotta think somebody got rich off that. Like right now, like the solar panel joints, right? Somebody's getting rich off that. The problem is we live in a generation where motherfuckers are lazy.
Well, every
feel me?
business is selling.
That's
every
true.
business is selling something.
That's true.
If you selling a dream or whatever, you selling whatever you're gonna sell. That's how your business make money.
That's true.
And I'm just gonna be the guy to support your business.
Well, at the end of the day, right? I know a lot of people that wants to get into like, cause like your 9 to 5 is basically
I'm a database analyst.
exactly.
Software
So
database
for
analyst.
a young person, you know, that's extremely lucrative right now. And technically, if you want to be technical, you don't even have to get a degree necessarily in that field, right?
That is true.
So you could go get the cert. So a lot of people that's out here that's listening right now, like if you really want cybersecurity, you should really probably look maybe the cert way if you can't afford college, or if college is too high and you don't have nobody that's giving you the money, because you can make a lot of money, but it's gonna be a lot of hard work. And once again, we live in such a generation where most of us, that's, you know, the time that we start trying to, I want to make this type of money, right? We fucking living in la la land, not reality. They're not gonna put in the work. But for the ones that are willing to put in the work, skies, it's limitless right now.
All I would say is when it comes to someone wanting to do the cybersecurity or software development, it's just consistency.
Yeah,
Just every day go in and study a little bit,
exactly.
develop
It's
codes. and
It's
stuff
building
like that.
upon those skills, right?
Yeah,
like,
just
so if you get
constantly.
your C++, right, and all that great stuff, comp and all that, CompTIA and all that.
Well, cybersecurity or any kind of software development and things like that, it never is the same. Everything's going to change
every single time, right?
So it's never. They say if you ever want to be in this type of field, you're gonna have to always try to learn. It's never gonna stop learning.
That saying is true for just about damn near every field, though, right? Yeah. It's not just obviously there.
Finances or you it builds, but every year in cybersecurity, something's gonna change.
True.
Maybe your job changed completely. You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true.
Or
so you
a
probably
new
should stay
attack,
above the power curve, right?
You gotta,
Researching, asking questions, right? Because your boss, your manager, probably making, I don't know, high six figures, right?
The company is very lucrative.
Exactly. But
hence, that's why I'm trying to get into it.
True. But that's why if I go back to sales, though, right? Somebody's selling that company to other people.
True.
So you could be on the other end of that. Yeah, you may not be making that, a weekly paycheck on the 1st of 15. But once again, I would advise a young person, especially you 18, 19, you just got out of high school, you don't want to go to college, you don't want to join the military, get into sales. Why wouldn't you? You could if you stick it out, you stay consistent, you can make so much money, and then you probably really could create your own business doing the same exact thing and replicate.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I kind of disagree.
Why?
I would say that you'll go with your dreams, whatever your dream is, because sales is not for everybody.
Agreed.
Computer science ain't for everybody.
Agreed.
But you go with your heart, where your heart's at. If you go for your dreams, when you go to work, you don't feel like you're working.
True.
You feel like you just doing something you love.
Yeah.
When you do that, then you don't have to worry about.
But your dream might be a fucking nightmare, though. You feel me?
It is
your
what it
dream
is.
might be so full of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's somebody dreaming right now of being an astronaut, but can't fucking do simple chemistry. You know what I mean? Can't do fucking, so I get the dream. I'm not trying to shit on the dream. I would never shit on nobody's dream, but I look at reality. So if let's say a 21-year-old, come to me and say, hey, I dream on being let's say I dream on building bridges. I'm like, okay, what have you done that incorporates you even being qualified to build a damn bridge?
Well, I would say, first thing you want to do is do some research.
Yeah, but a lot of people come to you with some bullshit ass like, well, I want to accomplish this. I want to do this in my life. Somebody has to be, keep it real with them. Like, fam, you 30 years old. You barely can.
Don't be out here killing people's dreams, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna just keep it real with you, dog.
I ain't killing nobody's dreams. Somebody has to be.
You can't do that. You can't do that. I mean, no, I don't. I never tell you that you can't do it. Nah. I say it's a slim chance. You might not be.
Chance, I'm gonna tell you straight up, G. Look at you. Look at your life. Look at your bank account. But for real, look at what you look. Look at what's in your backpack. Hey, man, you ain't got a lot.
You sound like them girls on Snapchat. She was like, before you hop in my inbox, look at you and then look at me and compare. Compare this and make sure that you don't hop in my inbox thinking that you gonna get you some.
But that's what I'm saying. This is a positive podcast. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole because those girls be living in La La Land too. But we ain't got to talk about that. We gonna just skirt our way back over the other side of the road. Shout out to those girls that are doing that though.
I mean, get your money.
Get your money, sis. Do what you do.
I know OnlyFans is popping. Private snaps popping.
Hey, if you sell, you can sell that too.
$5.
They could do it. What's that? ASMR. Like there's people like chewing gum, you know what I'm saying, or making weird sounds, getting paid thousands of dollars. G.
My daughter watch people eat on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying.
I look at her like.
So if your daughter tell you that's my dream, what you gonna say?
I say.
If she say that's my dream, Dad, what you gonna tell her?
I say let's go get a camera.
Oh my gosh!
Because it's bread and the kids get bread. You ever seen a kids show? They
That's
get
true.
money.
That's true. I looked up last week. I looked up how to be a I guess a cartoon narrator or something like that. Like I just kind of like want to narrate cartoons or something. Yeah. Because it's lucrative. You know what I'm saying? But I can't figure out who to reach. And Google ain't helping me.
Prime example, one thing right now, like if you go to Walmart and you go buy all the school supplies and put it back on Amazon or resell it, you're making a profit immediately. Because all the schools
You know what you sound like? Yeah. Them niggas that be on fucking Instagram. That's what you sound like.
I should sell ideas.
You want to flip selling on Amazon selling, all you got to do is go to fucking Walmart, spend $100. We could flip this shit into 10,000 in them. Shut the fuck up. That's bullshit.
Hey, just watch this podcast and you'll learn it all.
This nigga that have y'all niggas in jail like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? 5 years fucking with.
I've seen people make money off a lot of stuff.
Yeah, nigga, do you know though?
Oh no.
Exactly. Bingo.
Yeah, you're
That's
right
the problem.
about that.
So you know what social media is doing, right? Like I have ice cream shop, roll ice cream shop. Bro, you know how many people I see on social media talking about some 6 figures in 60 fucking days? Where? Because I need
I
6
wanna
figures
know.
in 60 days too. Because it ain't.
Hey, put
I
me
don't know
on.
what kind of ice cream they selling that I'm not selling. Because I'm confused. Anytime I see anything on Instagram or Facebook or a reel on YouTube where people saying, hey, if you invest in this or if you do this, you can make, 100K in 10 days.
Selling
How,
the
Sway?
dream.
How?
Selling the
They
dream.
scamming motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's why that masterclass bullshit, to me, that's bullshit. I also feel like a lot of times what people doing, and shout out to the ones that's actually giving the correct information and really helping people. I believe information should be free, hence why we doing this podcast. I believe knowledge is power. So why would I charge somebody for this information? I don't gain nothing out of
Yeah,
that.
I agree with the knowledge is power, but
you wanna
I
charge
think,
niggas. Listen,
but
you
I
wanna get some
think
money.
I think you can have the knowledge, but if you don't know how to apply it, it
Agreed.
ain't going nowhere.
I agree to that.
I mean, I
But-
can tell you how
okay,
to
so
build a
if
website,
you-
but if you never build a website,
So,
it's
for
kinda
example, you
stupid.
become a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
If you become a millionaire, would you charge people to show them how you became a millionaire?
That's a good question. It depends on how I became a millionaire.
I mean,
The game is sold not to be told, right? Sometimes
fuck,
depends on
no.
what my secret. If I got to give you the secret, the recipe, you know what I'm saying?
But you already
gotta
made it,
pay
though.
me
You
for the
already-
recipe.
You already at the table though.
You gotta pay me for the
Why,
recipe.
why not just give it free though?
Yeah, I gotta still make some
It-
profits.
Yeah, but why though? So you don't have a cap then? So your selling is like unlimited.
Unlimited.
So
I
you
dream to
agree-
be a billionaire.
So you're a greedy motherfucker.
I don't say greed.
Okay.
I do say that I am very ambitious.
Okay.
And I do see myself being a billionaire.
Okay.
And I see that people's gonna call me and I'm gonna be like, you didn't ask for me money yesterday, so why you gonna ask for today?
Yeah, beggars gonna always
You
be
know?
choosy. You know one thing I like, right? I saw an interview with Denzel Washington, and Denzel Washington said his father told him upon him even once he started acting, he really got in the industry, he was blowing up. His father told him to set a limit, and once you get to that limit, that's when you basically not necessarily stop, but if they want you to do anything extra, because when you become up there, they're gonna want you to do certain things, right? That may not be of your character. And he said once that happens, that's when you stop. You know what I mean? And that's what you don't. So I feel like some people, once again, I ain't gonna try to shit on nobody, but I'm gonna shit on y'all a little bit. Y'all niggas be having these unrealistic ass goals and unrealistic ass expectations, talking about you gonna be a millionaire and you sell fucking lashes on the side. No offense.
I
on the
like
side
that
of the damn
statement.
street.
They always say, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but
But I'm really big. That's why I said I'm not trying, but I'm about to though. I'm about to get on the ass.
I'm about to do you in. I ain't gonna do you in, but I'm
But I'm
gonna
gonna
do
really
you
do
in.
you. I think that's a New Jersey thing. I don't know. 'Cause niggas say that shit a lot. Like, gee, you about to be disrespectful. I
Yeah,
know you
you about to say some some off the wall stuff, and I be just looking at him like
here you go.
I know he about to say it.
I
I know
think
he about to say it.
if you really think about it though, right? So if you're a billionaire and you figured out your recipe to get you to that plateau where, I guess you're comfortable now, right? And a young man come up to you and say, hey, I really want to learn. You're going to say, hey, follow this link and spend $1,000 on my fucking masterclass with these bullshit ass ebooks. Are you going to do that? Seriously. Yeah, this nigga gonna do
But
it.
you know what? When I sell you the ebook,
Damn,
I'll
you
walk
sell
you.
old man an ebook?
But it shows that you willing to do what you need to do to get there. If a man say, hey, I'll give you this and give you that, and I'm gonna give it to you for free, that
Okay.
how many
Okay.
people you gonna get this shit free to?
But-
You know what I'm
but
saying?
see-
You gotta be able to. You gotta put forth an effort.
I agree.
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
I agree.
I can't just give you something, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so because I had a really deep conversation about this, right? Because I think it correlates with one another. It's a parallel. Say so people we're from the hood, basically, right? We grew up poverty, all that bullshit, right?
True.
Fucked up. So what happens to the people? Because sometimes some people will say, well, they had the same opportunity that's from this community versus the other community. You believe that shit?
I believe that you make your own opportunities.
Yeah,
I ain't seen
but-
rich people, kids break down and do the most crazy
agree.
stuff.
I agree.
And then I seen the poor people that come up
And flourish,
It's
Yeah, but
how you
but the
are
opportunities
as an
are two different.
individual.
Think about so school districts, right? Some school districts doesn't provide certain curriculums based on that community. So you tell me the school district that's in, let's say, school district A, that can't provide certain books, right? Can't provide certain gym equipment, shit like that. But school B can give you all this high end shit, all these extra books, all this extra resources, all this shit, right? you saying that these two people are the same on the same playing ground?
Well,
Same,
I'm,
like, come
I'm
on.
not gonna say that, but it's still some individuals that's on that aspect still fail, and it's some individuals
yeah,
that
but
it's the individual.
But
to
it's
me.
a seesaw effect. Most people gonna succeed over here versus the other one.
Yeah, but you don't have to be. You don't have to follow the crowds. Most people that fail follow the crowd.
Well, sometimes there's barriers put into play, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's legitly barriers and boundaries that's legitly put into, let's say, our inner communities, to where as though we can't even get past the forefront.
Well, you gotta follow your dreams, man.
Yeah,
you gotta
but-
follow. You gotta keep doing for you. I don't look at that like that because.
So you saying that's not you want? So you think that's a like kind of stop you, like it's pigeon like, oh,
I think that's a cop out to me. You know what I'm saying? When you say, hey, I came from nothing, and you know, I didn't have the same opportunities as these people. I feel like that's a cop out. I feel like
it can be a
you
cop
coulda-
out on how you
know what I'm
use
saying?
it, though, like
Yeah.
and which way you using it. The fact still remains you didn't have the same opportunity. Now you can't. I believe this. You shouldn't go through life saying, well, the reason why I'm not here is because I wasn't granted this. You get what I'm saying? At some point, as you get older and you become more mature and you get your own experiences, you have to realize, like, you know what? Well, the reason why, I realized I didn't have this opportunity here based on these situations or the situation I was in, but now I know better, so therefore I will do better, right? So you, as a 30-year-old, 35, 40-year-old man, you can't keep saying, oh, well, the reason why I'm not successful is because da-da-da-da-da-da. That's bullshit.
I believe after 18, when you get on your own, all them excuses, oh, I was doing this that's out the window. You gotta start doing you. You gotta start hustling. You gotta start. If it's so bad that you feel like you don't got the opportunity, go to a library, read a book.
Nigga, ain't
You
no
know, go to a library. Go to a library. Library got free computers.
That's true.
But
That's
that
true.
you can learn how to program. You can learn how to do carpentry, whatever you want to do.
True.
It's an opportunity. You gotta go out there and get it for yourself.
I agree.
Nobody else is gonna give it to you.
I
I have
agree.
to tell my kids every day, like, yo, I know times is rough, times is hard, but you gotta do it for you, because nobody else is gonna do it for you.
I agree.
You gotta get on your grind.
Yeah.
When I got on my grind, I got on my shit. I got better.
Well, you're the best example of that, right? Who's going to teach that better to your kids than you?
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's very important for a lot of parents to realize that, as we're mentoring and parenting our kids, that we be the best example that they ever seen in their lives. So it's kind of hard to tell your kids, hey, you need to strive for this. You need to be a better person in this avenue. You need to think like this. You need to believe in this, when you yourself don't even encompass any of those things, you know?
Well, you know how our parents used to do, do as I say and not as I do.
Yeah.
But
That's an old mentality.
That's
Yeah.
low.
I
you
think
know.
now, for most of us, I think we got to a point where we realized some of the things that we was taught, or even our parents, because especially if you got parents from the South, they say, "Oh well, that's how I grew up."
Yeah.
That's why. Like, I don't believe in whoopings. You feel me? Me personally, I don't believe in it because I was whooped.
I got. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Where I'll whoop you for everything.
Yeah.
But it takes some some process. If I have to
But there
keep
has
telling
to be-
you,
there has to be
this
some
and this and the
type of,
third,
right?
You gotta be some consequences after you punish a kid so many times about the same thing. It's
Yeah.
like
But there got to be other avenues or other things that you can, like, whatever. Like, let's say your son, like, is being bad at school, whatever the case may be, right? And you constantly tell him, "Hey man, stop doing this, stop doing that." Like, besides physical, there has to be something else that you can implement, right, for it to get through his head.
Well, I had that problem with my son. My son's 10 years old, so he's had they lost their mother.
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of them kids. You say something about his mama, he on go mode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how he is. But I had to sit back down with him and talk to him. It's like, using your fist isn't the only thing
Yeah.
you can do.
There's another way
You
to
know,
handle this.
it's another things to handle that, and using your mind, and just not anger. Because somebody know, if I know right now and I don't like you and I want you out the way, what I could do? Get you upset?
Yeah.
You hit me? You out of here?
Yeah.
Especially
true.
my kids go to a predominantly white school.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Got to
I'm
teach
not
them de-escalation, like from-
de-escalation.
yeah.
I'm not saying they got less advantages or whatever, or
Ah.
the racial
You
slur or
think they got
anything
the
like that.
same
But
advantages?
but I'm just saying they are looked at different
Got you.
because they are in a different environment
Got you.
than most other black kids are.
True.
So
So your
I have
conversations needs to be
I have
tailored
to
a
tell-
certain way, right?
yeah, it has to be tailored
Okay.
certain ways. Just like I have to talk. I still talk to my kids even though they're young about dealing with police too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? As them now, as he's 10 years old, my daughter's 12. I talk to them about talking to police now.
Nice.
I got them trained about that because, you know, dealing with as a black
Well-
person dealing with the police could be different.
It
But
is.
that's
We have to learn to, to de-escalate, right?
Yeah.
And it's not always about trying to get your voice heard or your opinion across. Sometimes, obviously, I look at it from two ways. One way, if that cop stopped you 9 times out of 10, you probably was doing something against the law. You got to call it what it is.
Yeah.
If the cop stopped you, right? Most cops are just not out there just stopping people, stopping anyone randomly, right? So second is you being as polite and as respectful and as calm as possible, because we understand if you do get irate, if you do get belligerent, these are the things that can possibly happen, and it could go array. And next thing you know, you either in handcuffs, in jail, or worst case scenario.
Yeah,
You know?
because I know me being that I'm a carrier, I also have to be a little bit more. I have to talk to them a little different too as well,
Yeah.
because you don't want to talk to them a certain way, and then they know you got a firearm.
That's true.
And you got
That's
and
true.
it is in reach. You
Yeah.
know that can escalate real quick.
Really quick, yeah.
So I just talk to them calmly. If I ever got pulled over,
Yeah, I've done it every single time. Like every time I got pulled, I bring that military ID. Hey,
hey, yeah,
get out of jail free card.
It used to work.
Yeah,
but
now,
I mean, it works outside of like Bragg area. Like if you on
Sure.
the base,
Oh,
like
if
you
you in the
outside of the
military,
base,
yeah, it's a done
you
deal. You
you
forget
that
about it.
ID, you might as well just keep it in your
Yeah,
wallet.
just
'cause,
show 'em your driver's license.
Just show them the driver's license, because they done already messed with all kinds of different soldiers.
Exactly.
They done messed up. And,
Exactly.
they having flashbacks and stuff like that. But that goes to a different story, right?
So, in 5 years, where do you see yourself?
5 years, I actually want to be. I want my business off the ground.
Okay.
My kids are gonna be a lot older. I should be doing more of a. My kids are gonna be in their preteens.
Okay.
No, not preteens. They're gonna be actually teenagers, almost in adult stages. So I'm trying to get them to start to push out on their own, but
Okay.
or preparing for college and
More independent
yeah.
route, right?
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to come up, be a man.
True. I know in 5 years, I definitely would love to have more ice cream shops, obviously, right?
A little chain of ice cream
Yeah,
shops.
chain, franchise. A lot of small business started in North Carolina, right? Small bun cakes, cookout, right? And they develop over the years, and they doing great things. So that's obviously one. And also, I would definitely. I feel like we do a lot of things in the community. Hence, like we do.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Shout out. We do homeless every Father's Day.
every
we give out
Father's Day.
cake and ice
What's the
cream
name
for
of the homeless center?
I'm
It's downtown Sharp.
yeah,
Shout out to
downtown.
them.
Yeah, shout out to them. They let us come out there and give out
donate
cakes and ice cream and stuff like
ice
that
cream,
on Father's Day.
soda, stuff like that. So that's cool. But in 5 years, I definitely want to be more interactive and participating in those type of events for sure. Hence, I just did the back to school book bag giveaway yesterday.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I really appreciate everybody that came out, all the kids and stuff like that. But I want to get more involved in the community. I feel like, when you're blessed, and by blessed, not by materialism shit. I think a lot of people, they like to use, I'm blessed, but they come from a materialism standpoint.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about money, and we ain't talking about driving a nice car and having a nice house. I'm talking about be blessed with good people, a sound mind, a good heart, being kind to people. That's the blessed I'm talking about. So I feel like as much stuff I'm given from the materialistic standpoint, I need to give back. And I feel like that's what a lot of us should try, to work towards.
Yeah, and also we want people to also come to our podcast, right?
Yeah.
Little small entrepreneurs.
Oh,
come
yeah,
onto
5
our
years from
podcast.
now, we got
You know what I'm saying?
sponsors, you know
Hopefully,
what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying?
Big Lead Network, we outside all day, every day, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be killing the game. Hopefully, we be on, CBS, ABC.
Hold on, this guy.
No, hey, look, I'm
Hey,
talking 5 years.
you
know what
gotta
I mean?
dream big. You
Yeah,
gotta dream
you
big.
better dream big. That's the
And
only
you
way. Hey, we think we're gonna get there, right? I know how I know we're gonna get there for real. And this is our first podcast, so we're gonna just put this in the atmosphere. We definitely gonna, in 5 years, we definitely gonna be on the syndicated, level where it's gonna be booming. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be outrageous. Like Tone created something that's phenomenal right now.
Shout out to Tone.
Shout out to Tone, you know what I'm saying? Big League Network. We outside.
And he definitely hooked us up with this little view, and he got my city up there.
Hey,
so I
shout out to
definitely love
Charlotte,
that.
Queen City.
You know what I'm saying? I am a Charlottesville, born and raised. You know what I mean?
I mean, some of my family from here, so it's all love. So, you know, up north, we got people down here and vice versa.
One day we can go up to New Jersey. And
Oh
do
yeah,
some
yeah,
things,
we
but-
got to. Funny, right? Well, that's the goal, right? Once we take the 5 years, we should be taking the podcast on the road.
Yeah.
We should be everywhere, global, baby,
Fact.
every international. You know what I'm saying? We all got our passport. We ain't no passport bros, but we definitely got the passports on deck. You know what I'm saying? So we ready.
And
We ready.
especially, I should be fluent in French, so we can definitely go to Paris.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, my boy. Yeah.
I do that.
That
That's
goes
part
back.
of my day to day.
Yeah, that's your
My
day to day.
I actually
how you
practice
did
French
that. Yeah,
every
I like
day.
that. That's
You
true.
know, gym every day. Hopefully, we'll bring some people in here for fitness,
Oh yeah,
because I believe fitness is part of our life. You know what I'm saying? Because
exactly.
if you're not fit and you want to get fit, we can show you how to. You know what I mean?
Definitely can.
Nutrition is a mud.
It's
And
not
I-
a fit podcast.
And I'm kind of saying that, and I'm drinking a Rockstar, so that kind of like
it's
contradiction.
contradicting.
But
Yeah.
you know, we
all
gonna.
love. It's all love.
I'm still trying to
Next time, get the sugar
get
free
the
joint, man.
You know, I'm trying to get the vices out.
You remember
know?
you came to my house, I had that sugar free ketchup. You was mad as hell. Like,
He was like, "Hey man," he was like, "I got the sugar free." I'm like, "Bro, what is this?"
bro, I love sugar free everything for real.
But you know, other than this, I drink water, and I got the little sugar free water packet like the Crystal Lights.
Like oh yeah, those.
Yeah,
Hey,
Crystal Lights
you
be
talking about when
bumping,
you
man.
hung the Crystal Lights, the Pedialytes? It's the one called like Vitamin something, Vitalife or something like that. I get it from like Food Line or whatever. So,
Yeah.
but after that hangover, boy. But so 10 years, you know what I'm saying? 10 years, double that. Because I truly believe we need to create a 5, a 10, 15, 20, basically short-term goals, long-term goals. My philosophy is if you create a short-term goal and you stay consistent, that creates the long-term goal. I think too many of us, we try to, once again, we live in a la-la land, right? So our dreams, I dream to be a millionaire. Did you accomplish the short term first? No, you didn't. So if you learn to accomplish that, that will create the long term. You got to think every 2, 3, 5 years in increments, you're going to only get better if you're consistent.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully 5 to 10, 15, 20 years from now, we at a point where, you know, we're educating, we're motivating, we teaching other people exactly what we're doing, how to do it on a higher level, right? The goal ain't for us to always be here one day. The goal is for us to extend to the next level, and then we put on the next generation to be in these seats, right? Like that's the real goal, right? So a lot of times I know in my personal life, like, you know, as my kids get older, those are things I'm going to teach. Whatever I have, whatever I accomplish, when I say, hey, daddy's done, you know, shout out Daddy's Day out, right? When daddy's done, I can be able to pass that torch to my kids and say, hey, daddy created this. Now you take this to the moon. You know what I mean?
Fact.
So, and I think if most parents think, not even just, well, yeah, you should think it, but then start doing it. And that's what we're doing now. That's why we got our hands in so many different things. So whereas though as our kids get older, not only they can see it and we're teaching it, they can believe that it's possible. Because, you know, most of the times, you know, I know for me growing up, I didn't really see certain things was possible because I didn't have certain people that, you know, was in a certain position that could probably show me these things. But I did have a lot of influential people in my life, like my mom, my grandmother, my sister for sure, that always looked out for me, guided me, mentored me, and gave me key nuggets. And other people, like in high school, I went to a performing arts high school, so certain counselors, certain teachers, you know, I had a few, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I was a little trouble. Imagine I'm from the hood, but I'm going to performing arts high school, bro.
Yeah.
I was having it tough. It was like night and day because when you come from the hood, certain mannerisms, certain mentalities you come from. Then I'm going to performing arts high school with all these different kids, and they like well-mannered and stuff. I'm like the rowdy one, you know, so.
You was the one I got 5 sacks.
Bruh.
I got the little bag,
Bruh.
$10.
No, I ain't
Brown
tell you
seeds.
that. I ain't do all that.
The
now.
dirt brown.
No. I was just more so like, you know, the jokester, the prankster, you know, always like the comedic guy, you know. But they also knew where I was from, so I kind of had, you know, ladies man a little bit. You know?
they was like, man, don't mess with GB, man.
Or really, it was more so I want to be cool with GB.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's from over there, and I'm on the other side of town. So he could probably get me, you can't vouch over me. Like, you going to have to, but you know, it's so funny. My grandmother told me this a long time ago. The people up the hill always want to go down the hill, and the people down the hill always want to go up the hill.
Hence, hip hop.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
basically who buy all the albums.
Hey, well, I always figured out, like, growing up in such a, you know, I'm not gonna say rough. I'm calling it with a rough environment. I always wanted to just do better. So I always had in my mind, like, you know what? One day I'm gonna get myself out of the situation, hopefully try to get my family out of the situation. So the only way to do that is what? Work hard, right?
Yeah.
But then I found people that like, I was walking to school, and it's Jersey, and snow and all that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the
you know,
kids-
you snow here, man. It's a wrap.
Bro, yeah, y'all can't drive out here.
Yeah,
I think
it's a wrap.
if it rained a little too hard, y'all niggas like. But no, like growing up, I saw people like getting dropped off, like they mothers and Benzes, and you know what I'm saying? And they was good people. They live on the east side part of town. But as I got older, I'm like, why they in the hood with me? Like thinking this is cool.
Yeah,
And it's really not though.
they want to experience things that they don't have.
Yeah.
Most people want things they don't have.
True.
Until they get it, and it was like, man,
Realize,
it wasn't that
But
important.
why can't you learn from the next man? You know what I'm saying? Like, because the next man will tell you don't even want that. You may think you want that.
That's just like I always like I'm even when I watch documents about gangs or whatever, whoever, it always been that older guy was like, man, don't do what I used to do, da 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 da.
That's
and then the person behind them still go do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Regardless of if he said not.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just how life goes. People want to experience it.
True.
And until they experience it, and then it was like, oh, I should have just listened. I didn't have to go down that path.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
But I think people look at goals, right? 5 to 10 years for business, but I don't hear a lot of people say personal goals.
That's true.
You know,
That's
you
true.
got personal goals too. Like, what do you want to do to better yourself outside of getting money? You know, are you trying to learn how to write with your left hand, learn how to play an instrument, or do something different? You know what I'm saying? To make yourself look better.
Those goodies I call in the backpack, right? As my kids get older, I'm going to explain to them, you have to challenge yourself and put yourself in such a position where you want to try a little bit of everything. You want to, like, if you go to the ice cream shop, you could taste a little bit, right? Taste a little bit of everything just to see what you like and what sticks to you. And then once you figure that part out, then you could go hard there. And it doesn't mean you can't go hard in something else too. You can if you got the time and the energy for it.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
I became I like the country music.
Who
When
your
I
favorite
went
country artist?
when I went to
Mine is Morgan Wallace. You know why? Because he got like 2 songs with Lil Durk that go crazy. It go crazy. He got a song called Broadway Girls. It's lit.
I like that
It's
song.
lit.
I like that song.
It just made me want to go to Nashville. You know what I'm saying? I might be throwing a cowboy. I just crazy.
I don't know the artist per se.
Oh, so
I
you
just
don't
know
listen
the
to
song.
country. You
I
ever heard the
listen to
song
songs.
All My Exes Live in Texas by George Strait?
I think
Yeah, that's my shit. That's
Yeah,
my shit.
I mean, I
Actually,
don't-
all my exes do
You
live
see,
in
you
Texas.
went to school for music. That was
I know, I
performing
know,
arts
I know,
and music.
I know.
I just listened to the song. It sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna download it to my iTunes. That's all. Not iTunes.
You were
but-
sad
but
list because country
Apple
songs
Music.
sad as hell. So
Huh?
you must have been
Yeah,
sad listening.
it was. What happened was, in Iraq, my first time, I stayed in a room with the fellas. It was,
Okay.
And they
Oh, y'all ain't
speakers.
staying choose?
We stayed in like three man rooms.
Okay.
So his speakers was louder than mine.
Damn.
So I had to listen to what he was listening
Who
to.
outrank who?
We was all E4s,
Okay.
E4 Mafia.
Yeah, E4.
But
E4 gang. Shout out to
yeah,
E4 Mafia.
but his music was louder than mine, and so I was like, you know what?
I'ma just
I
bump
started
it.
bumping it, and it was sounded good. I mean, and then I became well diverse. I started listening to reggae, all kinds of different music. I wasn't just into hip hop, and my mind changed as I grew.
I ain't hear you say not one African song.
And
my man,
see, there you go. There you go.
and my man full African.
Yeah, I'm
Not
half.
Drop the American.
My dad had me as soon as he got off. As soon as he came in the
Let the
stateside.
people know where you from though in Africa.
My dad's from Congo.
Hey, shout out to Congo. Shout out.
So, that's a different half of my family is from Congo and Paris and all that. So a lot of the French, me learning the French, I should have been knew how to do it. But
But it's dope that you learning now.
I'm learning
right?
now. So.
Exactly. So,
But I've been around them. I've been in a room where everybody else speaks a different language.
They going
and
crazy.
You looking around and you don't understand not one thing
You just
that
sitting there.
anybody else is saying. Is you're just the only one in the room that does not speak
that
the
don't
language.
you just like, damn, what the hell they said?
It's like awkward rooms, awkward. You know how when Nas said it better, when you get locked down and you see no familiar faces, it's the same thing when you in a room with somebody that doesn't speak
That
the
doesn't
language.
speak the language, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I found myself in a few of those rooms in life.
And then when they start speaking and they looking at you, you be in the back of your head like, bro, I hope you don't want to. I hope you don't want this smoke. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I love my African side of the family. Their culture is totally different from ours. being from a third world country is a little rougher. Just like when
You
I
like
was
fufu?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I
It's
tried it.
it's not a lot of African food I like
It's
though.
like
for
mashed
real, for real.
potatoes though. Like
It's-
a little
it's-
bit.
It was
Kinda
more
sort of.
because it's kind of doughy,
Yeah.
and you put a little sauce and
It's
chicken
straight.
and stuff.
It's straight. I've had it twice. 2 different restaurants though. So what I've learned, right, that Ethiopians and Nigerians, they make it different, right?
They probably do.
So and I think Ghana too. Like even like the jollof rice, it's different. Shout out to what I'm saying, the Nigerians,
Yeah.
Ethiopians.
I mean,
and the Ghana people.
Africa altogether is like a different vibe from different countries. They got different dances.
Would you
they
think
got
you'll
different-
move there?
Africa? I'm too uprooted in Charlotte.
I'm
I'm
definitely
more.
going to Africa.
I
Count
can
me there.
move. I can go visit, but
Nah,
my home is in Charlotte, North Carolina. My family here, and my kids being
so
raised
you're gonna
here.
stay here forever?
Probably so.
Oh, you're a better
You know
man
what I'm
than
saying?
me.
I mean, I'll travel around the world. We can go everywhere. But just like DJ Quick say, it's nothing like home. It's nothing like Charlotte.
True.
I've been in Baltimore, I've been in Texas, I've been in Iraq, I've been in Kuwait, I've been in Cali, I've been everywhere else.
You
But
feel
it's
like you're
nothing
better
like
there.
Charlotte. It's
I
always
feel
my
you.
home.
I feel you, but nah, I'm going to Africa. I gotta get at least 10 of those good years. 10 of those good years for sure. So, so you know what? Let's just wrap it up, G. You know what I'm saying? So let's let the people know next week we're gonna have probably 2 people that's gonna come through because the idea of the podcast is more so getting other people, so entrepreneurs, business owners, parents, right? We'd love to have a mom and dad up here so we could really ask them a lot of good questions.
Or a daycare owner.
Oh, that'd be
Daycare
fly. So we
owner
got
would be-
we're gonna find that. We're gonna definitely find that. And we also need career minded people too, or people that's in their career. So we don't care if you're in baking, we don't care if you're it
You
doesn't
could be
matter.
rollerblading.
Yeah, well, corporate America, right?
Yeah.
So we wanna make sure that we shout out. We don't really want to leave no stone unturned in that matter.
Finances, insurance.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot
we
of people don't
definitely
know nothing about insurance.
That's true. So the goal is to give people the game for free $99. My man want to charge out. So you go to his Instagram, he gonna charge you $500 for the ebook. You go to mine,
I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna charge you free. You feel me?
I'll charge you $10 and then I'll show you the way at the same time. It's no
Most that. Well, it's your boy GB.
boy B.
Hey, Daddy's Day out. Peace.
But